Hi, today's blog is all based around a question a customer asked me, and that's really the purpose of this blog, is to try and drive you to start thinking about answering your customers' questions. As you know, here at Northern Lights we've done an awful lot of research into social media, digital technologies, and how online brands can help to drive and shape your business and ultimately win new business. And one of the most recent pieces of research was on professional services firms and how they're using these online technologies to actually build relationships and really promote their expertise and then generate new leads. One of these firms I went to see quite recently, and they were arguably probably the top performer in terms of their social media content. They're very engaging, they've got multiple profiles, a huge community around their social media profiles, but in the actual overall ranking they performed quite badly. And the reason for that was because they weren't appearing in search results in Google. So when anyone was actually trying to find them for their expertise, the specific services, it wasn't translating into a search result. And that all comes down to the content they're actually putting out there through their website and through these social media technologies. So really what I wanted to talk about today was Thinking Like a Search Engine, which is a blog we've written before and the link below. But it's all about thinking about the questions your customers are asking and then actually getting the content out there that answers those questions and demonstrates your expertise. All too often I see firms get very bogged down in their own jargon and their own very specific interests, and that's not necessarily translating into what people are searching for online. A prime example of this was a leadership specialist I actually did some work with a couple of years ago, who was a Six Sigma man, and that's about a process innovation through manufacturing primarily, but it's all about leadership in the business. But every bit of content out there he put out said Six Sigma, and it was only when we actually sat down and started thinking about what the customer's actually typing into Google, it was a massive revelation for him that no one sits down and goes, I need Six Sigma. They sit there and go, can I get some leadership training, or how can I help to improve the processes in my business? So by rethinking what he's actually putting out there in terms of content, he's actually going to get found far more easily. What does that look like in terms of your business and in the professional services firm? It might be that someone's actually sat at the computer typing, how do I plan for an exit? In terms of the auto-enrolment stuff that's going on now with pensions, it might be, how do I choose a pension provider? With Northern Lights, you'll see probably some of our most successful blogs are things like where should internal communications sit, what's the best social media, and these are all questions that we're frequently asked by our clients. So what I would suggest to everyone is talk to the customer facing people in your business, or every time you speak to a potential customer or an existing customer, every question they ask you is something that's going to be relevant to other customers. So capture those questions and then sit down and with your blogs and with your social media, answer them. Find ways to actually provide useful information that's really going to help answer those questions that your customers are asking. That might be that you write your own blogs, you might record a video blog like this, or it might even just be sharing useful news items through Twitter or through LinkedIn, whatever social media format you prefer to use. But by sharing these useful snippets of information, you're going to see a big impact in the way you appear in search. So in terms of answering it, as I say, the trick is to be generous, be knowledgeable, don't be afraid to use external sources, but get that content on your website and shared through social media, and you'll start to see a big impact in the way you appear on Google, and soon enough you'll start to win business through these online technologies. Thank you.